5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
Page. And here we are. What's happening, peeps? How is everybody? Glad you're here today. And I can tell you, I'm kind of bummed. I just was sitting here getting ready, talking to a friend of mine prior to the show. And I'm going off key here. Let's make off Katie Wampus here. Get back in the middle, kind of leave the middle of the road. So, how about it, people? You watched the debate last night? What do you think? um, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to take a position that's partisan on this. I'm just going to ask you folks, tell me, what did you think about the debate? Simple questions. Don't get partisan. Keep it to just, yes, I saw it, and then give a number to either contestant. I think that makes sense. So, what the hell? Let's see, I'm looking to the right. I'm looking to the right. Okay. I hate being off center. It makes me into Mr. Monk. Which is a scary thought. My girlfriend will tell you I'm nothing like Mr. Monk. I'm an absolute slob. Anyway, anybody who knows and loves me knows that. So today's news, they're saying Operation Replace Biden. The Dems scramble with 130 days to go. Also, in your comments to me today, I'd like to know what you think on a numeric scale, 1 to 3. Good morning, Toby. How are you, babe? So good to see you. It really is. I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm glad you're here. Uh, Thanks a lot for coming by. I hope you're feeling good. I haven't seen you to talk to you, but I see you're out and about. I'm glad to hear it. At any rate, here we are, folks. I got to tell you, in New York, it is a beautiful, beautiful day out. In fact, I want to open my window in a minute. It's just like 70 degrees. There's no humidity. It's actually LA weather. It's just perfect. Um, Move this thing sideways. No, I'm sorry. Kind of looks weird. I don't know. So, in today's news, they're saying they're going to replace Biden and put in the governor of California. And I hear that here's some of the people being chosen on the Drudge Report: Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, or Gretchen Whitmer. I think it's going to be Hillary Clinton and Gavin Newsom. That's my call, and I'll leave it at that. Isolated Macron braces for French voters' revenge. Mostly what that's about, Pete, is all the immigration of the Islamic types and Muslims have been coming into France, as they have in many European countries, and now they're pretty much taking over that area, which, if you live there, it's a problem. If you don't, it's not. So they're having a lot of, just like here, there's all kinds of craziness going on everywhere in the world. Who knows? All I can say is buckle up, man. Enjoy the ride. Don't worry about it. Don't let it get you too insane out there. Now live on my channel. All right, YouTube's telling me where it's gone. I hope for my guests on X, you're all probably new here. And for the fans of mine who've been watching the show forever, I am going to transition to X. Will be my primary place to do the show from. They're making some changes to it, which are going to make it more video friendly, I understand. Of course, it's going to cost some more money, but that's the way everything in life is. The reason I'm doing this, if anybody's curious, is it's just I can say whatever I want. And you guys know occasionally I'll say something that's offensive to someone, and I say the F word a lot, and those things run afoul of the powers that be. Um, I think Mandy will be joining us in a moment. This morning's show is going to be kind of a slow, relaxed. I'm going to bring the cat on in a while. My guest this morning bailed out. Some of you guys might remember, I know Toby certainly does, remembers a pedal steel player, a certain pedal steel player we won't name. Actually, we will. Tyler Durden. No, Tyler Durden's the guy from Fight Club. Tyler is a incredibly talented banjo and pedal steel player. And I called him, spoke to him yesterday, the day before, and he's going to do it. And then I spoke to him yesterday afternoon, and he's just not, he was flaking on it. So it's a shame. Tyler is a very talented young man. He's got a number of problems, which everybody who knows him knows about. So I don't want to sit here and badmouth the guy. He's got a lot of problems with alcohol and so forth. But it is kind of a bummer. Hey, Mandy, good morning. Mandy is lurking in the green room, and that's great. We love to have people lurking around the studio building and doing their thing, especially Mandy. And we've got so what I'm going to go ahead and talk about. I'm just going to talk about a quick rerun of the news, and then we're going to talk to Mandy, see what's going on in her great life. I got to tell you, she is one hell of a gardener. I almost think we should have a gardening segment, man. It's like, it is awesome. She keeps posting on her page, and I'm impressed, man. I love fresh vegetables, fresh herbs more than anything. You want to have fresh herbs when you're getting any kind of food going. I'm just going to ask if anybody, hey, Jennifer from Australia. All right, it's great seeing some old friends. I love it. I really do. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I've got to ask you: is it cool and quiet and is it chilly in Australia right now? Is the whole winter summer thing kicked in yet? Inquiring minds want to know here in the U.S. In fact, you know who I'm missing? I'm missing our wandering gnome. We've got to call our buddy who used to come on the show all the time. Uh, our recent attempts to charge your account. What is this? Oh, Linktree, finally. They finally got back to me. And you know why? Because I owe some money. I've been trying to get them to give me my password because it's set up by my prior co-host. And I have not had any luck. I don't have the password and they blocked me out. I'm like, I pay for this shit. Like, I don't care. So, anyway, getting back to this brief twisted news hour, the Dems are scrambling. As I said, you can pipe in on what you think about the debate or what you don't think. Let's see if there's any good news here that I can talk about. Well, this isn't good news. There's a record number of people sleeping on the streets of London. Um, Bad news. And my friend Rick just posted our good friend of the show, and a really cool guy. And I'm going to go on and I was going to do a whole I'm going to do a whole segment on him in the third segment today. Kinky Friedman has passed away, and I will go ahead and in the third segment tell you a little bit about my kinky story. It's pretty funny. I talked to him a few times in the past 2 years since the interview. He doesn't. Kinky just ran on Kinky Times. That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to get into a whole lot about Kinky yet because I've got some music for you to listen to, and I have some really great songs. Kinky, if you know who he is, you know who he is, and he was known as the Texas Jew Boy. So if that gives you any idea about his sense of humor, most people don't think of Texas cowboys being a Jewish guy, but he is, and he was one funny bastard, I have to tell you. He was not the kind of guy who was afraid to speak his mind. And when I show you some of the music and a couple of things in a moment or two, you're going to get a good laugh today. And we're also going to introduce my new animal. We're going to be bringing Spike on for a Spike's going to have his own headphones. Spike will be wearing headphones and he'll have his shades on. He'll be joining us for the fourth segment. We're going to have Cat Corner or some shit. Any rate, Wall Street seems calm. Of course they do. They're all sitting there this morning going, wow, I watched that debate last night. What do you think? Zelensky says he's preparing a plan to end the war with Russia. That is a good idea. Now, that's actually some good news for a change. Whether it comes to fruition or not, uh, apparently now, this is a weird story. The stories are weird. I got about 2 minutes before I'm going to bring Nancy on. We're going to see what else we can post on that and listen to. But this is kind of uncomfortable. If you're into Jesus, if that's your preferred deity, there is now an AI Jesus. I kid you not. I can't make this up. Jesus is punching the devil on Facebook. Okay, I'm not making this up, by the way. Don't give me the look, people. Jesus is punching the devil on Facebook. The two are in a boxing ring. Jesus is wearing a pair of white shorts. He's ripped beyond belief. Not only does he have six-pack abs, like me, mine's what you call a 40-pack. Anyhow, every muscle on his body is bulging, just like mine. And in this, Jesus just gets him right in the chin, bam, knocks him out. It's in Spanish. Nunca te arrepentirás de darle me gusta esta foto. You'll never regret liking this photo because if you like it, you've got a free pass in and you're going to get a Tesla minivan. So you should be set. You're going to have all kinds of fun. All right, look at this. One of my friends, dear friend. Hey, man, what's happening there, buddy? Brian, it's great to see you, man. I haven't seen you since we were in Los Angeles together. It's cool to hear from you, man. Brian's a friend of mine. He's a very good guitar player. He's been on the show. Some of you have seen him before. Just, just a killer fucking songwriter, people. Lives in Arkansas. Been married a long time. Got a great wife. Works his ass off, whether he's single or with his band. I have to tell you, I prefer watching him with his band. He's written some really great rock and roll tunes. They sound great when he does them alone, but he's got his whole band. They kick fucking ass. In fact, since he's here hanging around, when I play some music in the next segment, we'll go ahead and I'll play a little Brian Nalen for you because he's just a great guy. Brian, you want to come on and talk this morning? Are you surgically healed enough? Do you want to come on and hang out? Let me know. We'll send you a link and give you a quick invite. Um, just let us know in the comments. Thanks, brother. Hey, man, you're welcome. Brian just had surgery on his L1-5, I believe. We were talking back pain. It's like old man shit you talk about with your friends when you get to be a certain age. It's so helps for musicians, man. You know, we're so dependent on our limbs and joints. And, you know, your body, if it hurts, if you're playing guitar, you know, the guy plays guitar like a banshee, and it fucks you back up. And after 20 years of doing life, he had surgery. You're still feeling better, my friend? Um, At any rate, he hasn't replied yet, but I hope you feel much better. Yesterday, he told me pain, which is why I'm kind of hoping maybe if I have to have surgery. He said it dropped like so much, even though he had these surgery, all that pain in his face or his back. Excuse me, he had different bones involved. But in my case, my face always feels like a train transformer. It drives me shit crazy. As you can tell right now, it's not bugging me at all because I'm on some medication for it, which has made it tolerable. Okay, it only happens for about an hour a day total, whereas before when I'd be doing the show, it would just be going on and off, and it's like fuck this. So Jesus has got a bloody cross adorning his forehead. Looks like Jared Leto, and he's had hundreds of thousands, and he wears a large Coachella-esque flower crown. So if that's your thing, you can go see the Facebook Jesus. He's huge. AI Jesus is here, so maybe he can preach with you. Let's see what he's got going on. Better but still healing. That's okay. I'm glad to hear. You know that there's nothing worse than just being in pain. It really does suck. Whether it's emotional or physical, it's the worst. So I'm going to bring on Mandy in a minute. We're going to take a quick commercial break. So I will say to you, smoke them if you got them, and if you don't have them, well, you're kind of out of luck. So I'm going to bring up a couple commercials here. We're going to go to our good friend Carlton Wilkinson, who I'm going to be seeing this weekend. I also just found out the studio in town here is now turned into a coffee shop studio. So my brain's ticking quite hard and thinking about perhaps we'll do the show from the studio here in town. They have coffee and all kinds of stuff. And it's a long story, which I'm not going to get into right now because there's some ads. But where are the brands? Okay, let's see what we got here. We got the backgrounds. I wonder where Alf's doing lately. I don't know. Anyway, we're off to the ads. We'll be right back. I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon. Oh, whoa, we're not done yet. People are paying for this stuff, people. Remember, if you want an ad from us, just ask, okay? If you got no money, ask anyway. I am a benevolent dictator. I may give you an ad. I may not, but I probably will. If I like you, I definitely will. I'll just give you one for free to see how you do it. So if you're out there and you're in a band, please, Mandy and I and God want to drive a Jaguar or now I want a new Audi, trucked out, biggest one they got, fastest thing they make. But if we don't get help from you, I mean, we need money. So, buy something or buy Carlton's record, give him some money.
There's some changes headed like the Gulf Stream rising, like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette takes the subway home. Rich man folding old regret steps on a run down below.
I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon.
Like a melting flake of snow this year. I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
I would have said it couldn't happen here.
Hey everybody, this is Steve from Reach for the Sky, along with Jay from Reach for the Sky. And you're listening live with me.
Hi, I'm trumpeter Greg Adams, and I'm live with Neve.
And we are Live with Neve.
How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing, I have a little bit of a...
time off to get
Yeah.
your life and have some fun for yourself.
Yup, that's right. So that's what I'm doing, hanging out with my son,
Very cool.
mhm.
Nothing better. So, you're playing tonight. Kerwin.
That's right. Good old Tim Kerwins. Yep, that's
Excellent.
in Middlesex, New Jersey. I don't know. How far do you broadcast to Uranus?
I've got fans all over New Jersey. So you never know. I mean, a lot of musicians watch the show who aren't necessarily like getting on and talking. When I look at my numbers after the show, like 4 hours later, I'm always surprised at how it's pollinated out there.
Yeah, so is there any hope that maybe aliens are picking us up?
Possibly. You know that if that happens, I will be there early.
Nice.
Let's just ask you, if you had the chance to take up, the aliens come to Earth, they're roaming around, would you take off with them?
I don't know if I could deal with that. That'd be like, it's one thing if aliens are here and it's like the home environment. I think I might have too much anxiety, because
I'd have serious anxiety.
I'd be like, I might implode. Yeah.
I'd have to think about it because, if they told you, well, we'll give you another 100 years of life, you'll be in great shape. I'd be more concerned with being lunch, if we get up there, all of a sudden they're going to want to make a Neil sandwich,
Well, I mean that's true. I mean they can tell you whatever they want. I mean, well,
Totally,
that's really the
totally.
truth about anyone.
I'm kind of bony and thin skin over an exoskeleton, it's like, I don't know, under an exoskeleton, but what am I now? I don't know. Well, we've covered some important topics so far. Would we do the alien thing? Um, what did you happen to suffer through the debate last night?
You know what? I ignored it. And I don't care. Because we're fucked. And really, Neil, if you remember, this is how me and you initially met, like years ago.
The last
Is
election.
right, exactly. We have to bring our clip back. Yeah, because that aged really well. That's exactly right on.
It's aged great.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I'm gonna find it because I have it, and it's great because I think he did that in October. It was about a month before the big event, if I'm not mistaken. And I can go back and find it. That would be great.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's fun. Actually, I think I have an archived copy of just the tune, so we can put it in the mix and use it until the election day.
Yeah,
Maybe
seriously.
something real strange. If you want to put some lyrics
I was
on it.
thinking about that the other day, like when the debates were happening. I was like, not really much has changed, and it's like
No.
my view on it is still kind of the same. It's like no one up there really cares about us down here. So what does it matter? Like we have to figure out how to survive like on our
I'll tell
own,
you
I
what,
guess.
The older I get, the more I think this, and it sounds so simple. This is why people fight over it so much. I have Republican friends and Democratic friends who will take me to task tomorrow with me, hear me prognosticate. They always tell me I'm full of shit anyway, which is fine because I may be, but so are they. What do they know that I don't know? We all have access to the news and some of us do more research, but I think people, it's never really going to get any better because this is pretty much as good as it gets. Until we get rid of Congress and the Senate having unlimited terms, think about it, people. There's 60
Yeah,
people
that's
in the Senate,
crazy.
whatever the number total
That's
of
crazy.
Congress is.
Yeah.
And they have been the ones who've been here for 50 years. So if you want to blame somebody, people,
That's
don't
right.
blame the guys who just come in and out of here every 4 years on a fiat.
Right.
Put the blame where it deserves to go. And I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. You should be pissed off, people. We hire
Yeah.
these guys, and look at what happens in the Senate. When you see these split votes and things like that,
Mhm.
that is endemic. What we have is fucking gridlock. And the reason
Yeah.
we have gridlock is because those people in both parties, so don't start, Jay, if you're out there. I love you, man, but you're wrong about this aspect of politics. And I'll give you a hug. The next time we go out and we're sitting at a bar, we can argue it till crows come. But I still am going to have my opinions. You're still going to have your opinions. And let me say this, nobody out there at this point doesn't have their mind made up, okay? They are saying, everybody's playing coy out there who wants to play coy. But I know this in my heart. I know the real world versus the bullshit world that they try and sell us on television. In the real world, not one person I know hasn't figured out deep down who they want to vote for. They're either fuck yeah or fuck no. For both candidates, they're both incredibly polarizing. There are both people on both sides who hate them to death. And there's people in both parties who hate their own candidates. So I know what I'm talking about. You can't blame just because if that's not where the problem's at. The people who are there 50 fucking years, that's why it's fucked no matter who gets put in.
Yeah. Yep.
Come in, they got a big agenda, and then they have to sit down and deal with the Senate. Look, when Reagan was president, and I'm not being negative about Reagan, the one thing when they were running for a party, the great, what was his name? He had a weird name, Newt Gingrich. Brilliant guy, whether you like him or not. He started the contract with America, which pretty much 8 years of Reagan, so I think he knew what he was talking about. And he said, "Thou shalt not speak ill of any Republican." When the primaries are over, like right now, you've got all these rhino Republicans, and there's Democrat, and the Democrats who vote with them are as Republican as they are. They're uniparty assholes. They're the same people. They get bribed by the same companies, and then they vote themselves to be exempt from stock. If you or I go, somebody tells me today, I got a great hot tip for you. I give them $5,000, and next week I got 200 grand in the bank. Insider trading is illegal because it's fucking wrong. However, it's not applied equally. Look at Martha Stewart, people. They stuck her in jail for a $120,000 trade. This is fucking stupid. Now, they have the privilege, they can trade on insider information. I mean, we're not just talking small change, people. Nancy Pelosi's worth an incredible amount of money. And think about it, they make $250,000 a year. That's a good living. They want more. So what they do is they vote for these guys who give them shit piles of money. Regardless of what side you're on, it should piss you off. Because we're ultimately the people in both parties are the ones who lose. Because these guys run on getting elected on doing specific things. Close the border or open the border. These are specific, manageable, measurable facts. And it doesn't matter. These are issues that don't matter what party you're in. This shit has got to be dealt with. So I'm sorry. Get rid of term limits. No more than 2 terms for any of these assholes in Congress. Actually, I'm willing to be ham-fisted here. Give them 3 terms. That's 12 years. You don't get the right to steal for that 12 years, though. I think you should be able to just, you sit, you do your job, you're getting paid $275 already. I don't care if they make a reasonable sum, but especially when they're up there spending our money like it's water, because that's, again, you can't blame a party for that. We've had roughly even Republican Democrat equilibrium. It goes back and forth. Problem is now you get the people who are above those people who don't like it. They want to get more of our tax money. I'm not a big one, people, on giving money to other countries and shit like that. I'm sorry, we don't have enough money to take care of our own shit here. Take a ride around New Jersey. Go to fucking Singapore and see if the roads are like their people. They have good roads, and they don't have 5 guys to a shovel rule like they do here in New Jersey. That's just, I'm sorry. I love you guys in the unions, man. They build good shit, but 4 guys, 1 shovel. I just don't think if the world was run by rock and rollers, it would be this way. I'd turn my old roadie Ralph into like the director of transportation. He'd be the kind of director of transportation who'd ride up to the job with a truckload of shovels and start handing them out to people. You look like you're not working here. Move that pile over there. But at any rate, I digress. That was my political rant for the day, and I hope you all haven't like either hated me on either side. Actually, I don't really care. Whatever. You're gonna hate on me. Hate on them, man. I didn't steal nothing from you, you know? I don't know. Mandy didn't steal anything from me. We're just hardworking musicians out here trying to make a buck. And here we are slashing the ham and eggs, which is the Live with Me show. So, vote for us. You can take it up, We're going to run on the ticket. That's it. We're taking over. Mandy can be vice president, not because she's a woman, because she's a little more calm than me. And that way she can kind of be
I'm a perfect vice president in any situation because I do not want the responsibility of being the president at all. Like,
I tell you this, it's a scary thought. But I've thought about it and thought about who's doing it now. And I'm like, if I got elected, I'd have the same people briefing me on shit. Not like I'm a total moron. I know I'm not the smartest guy in the world either. But he's got a bunch of people around who know defense. They've been in the fucking biz for 40 years, When it comes to blowing shit up and breaking things, I don't know. I'm kind of good like that. I've blown up a few cars and, dropped my phone or, crashed a drum set into the front row because I jumped over it, caught my foot on it, and pulled it off the stage. And that was exciting. But, I can handle the presidency, I think.
Yeah, it's not really about handling it like, emotionally or anything like that. It's that at this point in my life, I literally don't want more responsibility than I have. And there's even where I work, I could be a teacher there, but you know why? No, I would prefer to be an aide because I do not want the responsibility, the stress, because I know what it's like when you're in charge. There's it just never goes away, So it's like even with Twisted Ginger with the band, it's like I wasn't looking to put a band together right now because I know what a big responsibility it was until I realized, sometimes you got to do it yourself, and but you have to pick and choose,
No makes it without somebody like you who one day wakes up and says, I've been doing this. I keep going to these band auditions and they're kind of sucking. And I'm just going to have to do it myself. It's a resignation of acceptance of the business sometimes that you're just not going to be happy because you join somebody else's band, it's their bailiwick, and you walk in, you're a piece of cob. But
Yeah.
like you guys are like most bands when they're doing well, everybody's getting along good. If you're having fun and everybody's enthusiastic, it's after years of slogging along with the same guys. I mean, I played in the same band for 10 years and I love those guys. They're still out working and I have nothing but respect. And when I go down south, I'll go play with them and we'll hang out. But I don't miss being like one of the real key members of the band and having to run everything. And I mean, we broke it up pretty well because we've been together so long. Everybody just did what they did. But it's a lot of work, man. It can be a true headache if you don't have the right people. And that's why, at this point in my life, unless I have a bunch of people I like, and think
Yeah.
about it, my ideal band would be like the way Ringo Starr puts a band together. It's an all-star band. I would basically just call up all my friends who are real good, and I'd
Uh-huh.
say, here's a song list. Let's go out and play this for a couple of months and see if we're making any money. If we
Yeah.
are, we'll see what happens. But, just go out and do it. Like, because I know enough great musicians. I look at it, I go, I don't have to be the front and center of every tune in my band. I don't like that way anyway. I like having a good band. So there's times I get that feeling, God damn, I could got a great band here. We're humming along. It's
Oh
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
to be
Yeah, I
so.
get like that too. I get like that
I
too, where
miss
I'm
that
just like,
right now,
you know,
because I don't have a band going where I can get that really. Nobody understands that feeling if you're not a performer. How great it feels when everything's kicking. Like I look over at the bass player and instead of wanting to throw a stick at him, I'll throw my cymbal. See if I can
yeah,
catch him up.
yeah,
Just you're just cruising along having fun. My
yeah.
keyboard player, I used to be playing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd throw him a stick. You catch it. And then we go on another 2, 3, 4. Catch. One. Throw. Catch. Throw. It was great fun the first time we did it. He hit me in the head when he threw it back to me, so I didn't react quick enough. And that to me is kind of like that's what playing in a band should be about. Those fun ass moments. The audience loves that shit. If
Hmm.
you're having fun, it passes through that enthusiasm level to. I mean, I don't know. I get excited all the time about just what being a musician and doing any kind of entertainment. If you're lucky enough to be able to make a buck at it, great. But I'm looking for a regular gig right now, and I've many times had to have a regular gig while keeping my band afloat. Gigs got slow, or how it is in life. But it's really hard if you're a player your whole life and then you're not doing that. You miss that. I mean,
Yes,
I goes for it.
yes,
I miss that feeling a lot more than I do drinking liquor. I mean,
yeah,
it's like up here.
hmm,
I don't even
yeah,
think about this. Even when I go to a bar, I'm just like, give me either a fake beer or give me a glass of the lemon in it or something. That's all I need. And I'll tell you what, it didn't hurt my drumming enough. I mean, it's not like I played badly when I had a buzz, but I've noticed that now that I'm practicing again, I can feel the little bits coming back when I'm not like playing every day.
yeah, yeah,
I can feel it. When I'm playing every day, like for an hour or two, my chops within a week would be like so hot. You just take out the George Lawrence Stone book and try and get through page 20 or so. By the time you do that, it's like I'm off to the races. But I digress. So we're going to come back. You weren't with me when we did, well, you were with us, but not on that interview. My biggest disaster of an interview is the Kinky Friedman one, and it was purely because of technical difficulties. Uh, Kinky couldn't hear well, and neither could I. It was a terrible connection, and it went bad. The internet connection up top failed. I had to run off the air for a minute to go plug it in, make sure it had gotten yanked, and I didn't know. So I come back down, and they're like, "Where the fuck is Neil?" It was just and I will tell you what, because it was Kinky Friedman, it totally put me like back against the wall. I was like, oh God, I fucked up. It was the only time in all the years of doing this. I came in and I was just cringing that it had gone so south. We made it a silk purse on the south here that day, but it was pretty weird. So we're gonna take a break and we'll just get some money in here, or try to get some money. And remember, people, this is like going to church. If I don't see any money in the collection plate next month, I'm gonna have to send you all personally your own private hell. And that's how you work it. I don't know. Maybe I should become a man of the cloth. Dominus, dominus. The shoes of the fisherman. You'll be okay. Get out of here. In fact, what did you do? You got to run the track at least 2 miles. Get out of here. That's my penance. Priest per day. There we go. I'm trying to find the ads, people. I'm not just blathering along here.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
That's right. We are back. And time to talk about some kinky, maybe listen to some music. So, Kinky Friedman came about in the 70s, peeps, for those of you who don't know anything about him. And he started a band called Kinky Friedman and the Texas Jew Boys. Now, that must sound like kind of a weird bill because the first time I heard that, I was like, what? So I'm calling up some music, and this is a funny song. It's one of my favorite Kinky tunes. Let me see if I can get it a little better looking on the screen here. There you go. Get rid of all that noise. But this is a song called "They Ain't Making Jews Like Jesus Anymore." Woo!
Well, a redneck nerd in a bowling shirt was a guzzling Lone Star beer, talking religion and politics for all the world to hear. They ought to send you back to Russia, boy, or New York City one. You just want to doodle a Christian girl and you kill God's only son. I said, has it occurred to you, you nerd, that that's not very nice? We Jews believe it was Santa Claus that killed Jesus Christ. You know you don't look Jewish, he said. Near as I could figure, I had you lamp for a slightly anemic, well-dressed country nigger. Oh, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. They don't turn the other cheek the way we've done before. He started in to shout and spitting on the floor. Lord, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. He said, I ain't a racist, but Aristotle Onassis is one Greek we don't need. And the niggers, Jews, and Sigma News, all they ever do is breed. And wops and mix and slopes and spicks and spooks are on the list. And there's one little lead from the heart of Texas. Is there anyone I missed? Well, I hit him with every thing I had right square between the eyes. Says, I'm gonna get you, son of a bitch, you spout that pack of lies. There's one thing I can't abide, it's an ethnocentric racist. Now you take back that thing you said about Aristotle Onassis. Oh, they ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. We don't turn the other cheek the way we've done before. You can hear that honky holler as it hit that hardwood floor. Lord, I ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. Wichita. They ain't making Jews like Jesus anymore. They ain't making carpenters who know what nails are for. Well, the whole damn place was singing as I strolled right out the door. Ron. They ain't making Jews like Jesus
All right, sing it, Kinky. There you go. One and old Kinky Friedman opening up for, he's opening up for Willie Nelson. And I imagine it's a very sad day at Willie's house, man. Willie, my heart goes out to you. I know he's one of your best friends, and we all had a friendship that spanned a long time, and I have a few of those myself, and I've stuck someday. Okay, so another song that we've got for Kinky. This is another one of his originals. I want to find, there's a version of him playing Warren Zevon. My ship's fucked up. And I'm hoping I can track it down because that's a dark ass song anyway. It's basically Warren wrote it after he found out he had his cancer diagnosis. And being the sardonic son of a bitch he was, he had to start making fun of his own health. And for those of you who've heard the song, it's funny. It's grim as hell, but it's like Werewolves of London. The grimness is rather amusing. But let me just see if I have it here. That'll interesting. Third Step of Separation. Kinky Friedman plays the ballad of Ira Hayes. I went to school. Ira Hayes was the Marine Corps. He was a picture of them up on the mountain, all pushing up the flag. He's the guy in the back whose hand was up. He's an American Indian. He was also a code talker. His skills were in linguistic skills. So it's weird because I went to school with his kid, his nephew, not his kid, excuse me, his grandson. We think it was the nomenclature right. But Ira Hayes, that's a great song. It's not the one I'm looking for. Here's one that he did with Willie, which I'm going to just play this one. For anybody who just joined us, we are playing the music of Kinky Friedman. And this is a really a nice song he did with Willie. It's called Resurrection. And, I think it's fitting for this kind of day where he has passed away. I'll say this, folks. One of the things about Kinky that was really a good thing, he ran a camp for something down in Texas for kids who were disabled. And every year he'd have to go out and ask friends like Willie Nelson and Don Hymas and a lot of people. God bless Don's gone. But they were all good friends, and they'd always come together to raise some money for Kinky. And his family will still be doing it. And I'm going to go ahead and give a call down to his sister in Texas and see if we can't get her to come on and comment about it. He was a real character. So here's a little more Kinky Friedman, and then we're going to take a break after this, and we'll be right back. But here's some Kinky for you. Come on. Oh. Yeah, it always helps if you hit the right button. That's what
Karen Jones was just 15. Could have been homecoming queen, but she had a child and she lived at the Salvation Army. Now she has a thrift store of her own, raises money for folks without a home. Too bad she'll never find a home for me. And Tom Baker was a friend of mine, knew him in his Irish fighting prime. He was an actor, sometimes he directed. Yeah, the Baker man, he was my friend. He stuck with me until the end. It came a little sooner than expected. Resurrection, that's the name of the song. Resurrection. Now that I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection. Resurrection. And Susie died completely healed, but you gotta play the hand you deal. Susie, I'm so glad you came along. Embraced by light, bathed in tears. She'd been clean for 7 years, but resurrection was the name of the song. I still miss my mom and dad. two best friends I ever had. They were always with me from the start. All the shows in all the towns, all the ups and all the downs, they were walking with me in my heart. Resurrection, that's the name of the song, Resurrection. I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection, resurrection. You might think that I'm too old to be out playing on the road instead of staying home where I belong. You might think that it ain't right to be out driving half the night. No, it ain't right. It ain't even wrong. It's resurrection. That's the name of the song, Resurrection. I've been down so long, I don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection, resurrection. What's in my heart is in my soul, is in a day-old donut hole eaten by an off-duty cop in San Francisco. Nights are getting colder, but there's an angel on my shoulder. Somehow she always gets me to the next show. Resurrection, resurrection. That's the name of the song, Resurrection. Resurrection. I've been down so long, don't know where I'm going, ain't got no direction. Resurrection, resurrection, resurrection. Do you know the record man? Resurrection, you can bring it, baby. Resurrection, we're with you, sonny boy. Resurrection, we're all in this together. Resurrection, resurrection.
All right. That was from Kiki
Nice.
Friedman. Sorry to hear, everybody. Kiki, rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
Great song. So look who I have here, people. Let me get the emblem set. Okay, hang on, buddy. Out of here. God damn it. Hold on. There we go.
Hey.
So everybody, say hello to Spike. See if Spike sees himself on the camera.
Cute.
Hey, Spike.
How you doing, Spike?
He's thrilled to be here.
Yeah.
Good
Hi,
boy,
handsome
aren't
little cat.
you? Yeah, you're a good boy.
I like your
He's like, I want to
stripes.
go out and chase the other cat.
Yeah.
Mwah. What a good guy, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody, there he is. Maybe I'll name you Kinky Friedman. Like Spike will be fine. Right, go ahead and run amok. There you go. It's great having cats running around, especially at that age. I still feel like that on occasion, so
Mm.
what can I tell you? So, are you playing tomorrow too? You got 2 night or one?
One night. Yep.
Cool.
And it's a late one, so that's fine. That's good. That's
Why don't you tell everybody where it is and how to get it, and find it, and all your
okay. So you're looking for Twisted Ginger at Tim Kerwin's Tavern. That's 353 Bound Brook Road in Middlesex, New Jersey. 8 o'clock is when we set it on fire. 3 sets of red hot rock and roll.
Has anybody seen one of these? Anyone can tell me the correct name of this device. It's not an IUD. It's not.
No, that doesn't even look like an IUD. IUDs look like pitchforks,
I know what
like
they feel like. That's almost like.
like teas.
Things are horrible. Anyway, this is much better. And one of the interesting stories, and I'm gonna wait till next week. If you can tell me what this is, I will pay for you. I will give Mandy drink coupons for wherever she's at next to give to you. The thing is, you gotta get this right, and you gotta drive to her gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can figure it out, peeps, and I'll even give you a hint. There you go.
What's in there? Is there a blade?
I can't tell you. If I told you that, I'd kill you.
Yeah.
Bottom, top. Top is true, isn't it?
I have some guesses, but I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it for people who might be thinking.
You know what we'll do, folks? If you can tell me what this object is, I will tell you this is a hint. It's one of the oldest things I've kept, and it's weird because you can't get it anymore. I've looked, even with knowing the name of it, I've tried to find one online before I found it again. Being in my shit, like in my band gear, is where it is. And it comes in handy because it's cheaper than the kind you can buy nowadays, and it works forever. So that's one of those, it's a tough one. But and all of you guys are never going to believe it when I tell you what it is. You're all going to be like, what? And I'll show you how it works. And then you're going, damn, that is kind of neat. And it's a good conversation piece. I was just talking to somebody yesterday. I said, this is like when I used to be in sales, I'd go get bunches of $2 bills and I'd keep them in my wallet. And I frequently go in places that I knew I was going to call on as a sales guy. So I would make great friends with the waitresses there all the time. I'd go in there 2 or 3 times. I got to eat somewhere. And every time I'd go in, I'd tip them with $2, 3 or 4 $2 bills. And they'd always say the same thing. Is this real? I go, no. I drive around all day handing out fake $2 bills for tips. I said, I couldn't do anything more for you to remember me than give you a $2 bill because you'll remember this afternoon forever. And they'd always look at me and say the same thing. Yeah, that's right. I do. I do. You're that music show. Anyway, this was sort of a similar conversation maker that I've used for sales purposes when somebody needed to borrow it. And I'd go, sure. And then that would strike up a whole conversation about this stupid implement. But it made a lasting impression. It's like an advertising specialty. Like our friend with the band down south, what's his name? He's in love with you. Great guitar player. Oh, he sent us shirts.
Oh, Eric Summer.
Eric. Sorry, Eric. My brain is, you know how it is. Yeah, Eric Summers. And he sent me a CD. And then he sent me this note on piece of, I showed it to you. Remember a piece of cardboard about this big? What was great it was a piece of cardboard. And of all the shit that I get mailed, it's sitting over there on top of one of my various things in the office because I just liked it. And it reminded me of something I learned a long time ago. For selling your band, always have a cool advertising specialty.
Yeah.
A couple of tipping people with $2 bills. It can be, you can have rolling papers made. We've done those. Any number of things that you can give somebody to remember and actually use. One of my friends gave a sponge. It's this big, business card size sponge. You drop it in water, it gets this big. And that was cool because people actually would use it for a while. They're like kind of weird. That's the trick, is doing something a little weird that catches people's attention. I mean, everybody's got to have a gimmick, It helps.
Yeah.
It's not that, the truth is, as much as everybody hates salespeople, remember, they hate you too because they get beat up by a lot of people.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like anybody else,
Yeah.
I was lucky. I was trained by a guy who pretty much told me, I don't know if you're going to cut it, man. People are just brutal all day long. Yeah, it's like fucking fuck you all day long.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm a masochist, man. I always have a smart ass answer to throw back at him without getting upset, And believe me, it's been hard. A couple of times I wanted to just scorch somebody. Like I had a lawyer once ask me if I could read English. I said no, but I know 3 other Silesian districts, distinct languages that I can speak. If you'd like, I can write you a sales letter in Silesian, Congolese, or any other foreign national language. But I can't write English. I just learned to speak by osmosis. And what had happened was I was friendly enough to the barmaid for a while, and not the barmaid, his assistant, because I kept bringing bagels and shit like that. Good stuff, not Dunkin' Donuts and sort of nappy ass coffees. Not that I didn't mind it myself, but I tried to get everybody goes in with Dunkin' Donuts. So I'd tell sales guys don't carry Dunkin' Donuts, and it's like everybody does that. So the moral of the story is he actually bought from me. It might have been me being a wise ass. I told him, I said, look, if you're not interested, just tell me to go away, preferably gently. And he was cracking up so much by the time we left. He told me to give him a call in a couple of weeks, and I did. I sold him a little project,
Nice.
background music for his office. Ka-ching. I love it when the deal comes together. Speaking of deals, what do you folks, anybody out there, you have anything you really want to learn about or hear about on the show? Have us do a little investigation. It can be anything. It could be funny. It could be serious. It could be whimsical. It could just be some fucked up answer. Maybe we can find out who the guy who dumped your sister. Track him down for you. What kind of place the Live with Me show is a problem solving place where we can give you advice. We have Mandy here. We can give all you ladies advice for the lovelorn. And guys, I can tell you how to avoid getting hatchet.
I have no advice for that.
Yeah, I know. The trick is we give them things that are kind of fun to do, fun for us to be amused
I
by.
love when you volunteer me for shit that I have no interest in.
Well, we'll have to work on it then. Oh my God. Well, everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. Get out and see Mandy. Get out in New Jersey today and just go outside.
Just get out. Get out of here. And have a good day.
Great day.
Have a great day.
Kids, we're out of here, and I'm going to get some music. Mandy, have a great gig tonight.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Post the video, and I'll post it. In fact, if you post it while the show's going on, I'll post it while the show's going on. You never know. Anyhow, have fun, and I'm just looking for a way to get out of here with something different. And fooling with Ziki is different, but I don't know. We'll see you next time, folks.
Hello there, my name is Andreas Hellqvist. This is Daniel Olsson, and we're live.